to week 1 of Aurora Overwatch Season 6. We got a little bit of a scuffed cast sort of style. Like half and half from what I know. But yeah. We got the Sayori's cast, we got Neptune, we got War, we got myself, RiddleDog.
Yeah, I mean, I think tonight's gonna be a night. This night, I kind of like Riddle saying,
Okay,
it's
going.
gonna be like half and half. Kind of half like casting, more like a watch party atmosphere too. So I'm really excited to see how both of these teams do. You know, like I don't know about you guys, but our boy Tommy's in here. We also got I don't know. I just feel like for me the Apes remind me of like the end of the season Corsairs, and it just feels like in a weird way like they're kind of picking off where they like left off, even though literally the only Corsair player is Panini. So but it kind of feels like that. It just feels like they're really like they're gonna be like they're in like kind of like that like playoff contention area, and like gonna be trying to improve their way up to be even better, right?
Yeah.
For sure. And like I think that both these teams have a lot of promise. I mean, a lot of definitely expectations on somebody like Elko, who top talent of last season, definitely in consideration for one of the best players, MVP level status. And then you have Tommy, who was a rookie last season, who formed a really good team of players who are mostly rookies or second year players, putting in, I guess, a lot of stock in these newer players and hoping it's panning out. And from the scrims they've had so far, it looks like these teams have a decent amount of cohesion. So as both teams select their comps, what are our thoughts on this more long range versus close range style, the Quails versus Apes?
I'm more a fan of the close up, with the May. It's always got the advantage on control, especially. But I know that a lot of the DPS are able to take these long angles, sort of swing out towards point, but it looks like a lot of the Apes aren't able to even like swing out through that point in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, as we're seeing, they're doing like a great job at like kind of corralling them out. And yeah, we're seeing just like this amazing follow-up by the side of the Quails, but it seems like they get overboard and start trading out. Everyone's low on the side of the Quails, and soon everyone falls shortly afterwards.
Yeah, Sonam able to find 2, as well as Firecutter finding 2 more after that. Absolutely changing the tide of the fight.
And I like from that fight, like they didn't really like seem to coordinate that slow enough with Elko's value. And after that, they tried to chase way too hard, even though they did find that kill on Mardox. Like, they used so much resources to find that pick.
Yeah. Definitely, but Rue's coming up on this really quick, this Mail, but Firecarder's already at 90% beat, which is crazy. I believe because Mardox fell last fight as well, so.
And I don't know about you guys, but like, I love that angle Pokemon guy was starting at, and right now we're just seeing this tempo beat go crazy. I wish like, and as we are seeing the follow-up from the side of the Apes here.
Yeah, some big damage from the Apes in this early fight. Firecarder doing a great job of stabilizing the team. It looks like the rest of the Apes are slowly falling. Pokemon guy does drop dangerously low there, but manages to keep himself alive, and the rest of the team is going to clean up on the rest of these kills. Keep the point in their favor.
I'm actually really nervous going this next fight for the Apes here. This male is just going to be able to deny Cappy movement so much, and right now it's just kind of a decider of like how they're going to be able to get this ultimate value off.
Pokemon guy there really overextended into the awkward position, but Skies are dangerously low, forced to be healed up, forced for the sustainment, but it looks like the Apes are going to be more than happy to give this fight up, hold for a second. We'll see. The Quails don't really want to let that happen. They're going to push up a bit, but at this time Pokemon guy's already back, forcing a reset on both sides.
Even though like they kind of reset there, like Apes are slowly gaining their ult charge back here. And even though, like, I would rather this team take like, a quick fight to try to, like, I mean, this block is really nice. Getting that block out, well, they should try to int that Rue, and they're going to be able to kite this, like, ultimate perfectly.
Probably another beat. Oh my god. Elko taken down.
Beat by Paradox. Might look a little bit better. They set up Pokemon guy with the window, but Paradox is just gonna go up and grab that
Paradox
denial as well. A
Paradox.
nice swoop off the map too.
Dox on Dox violence between Paradox and Mardox.
The winner will be whoever doxes the other person.
Yeah.
I mean, at least like going to this next fight, I mean, Seika really has this like the potential to carry this fight with their Cold Lessons, but so does Capri. It's gonna be really hard and difficult to see. Yeah, they're just gonna go with this quick hole, and somehow the Apes are winning this.
Yeah, Elko
Very low.
just barely missed that pulse bomb on the rest of the team when the lamp was forced up from that cold, but the rest of the team was able to stabilize, and they'd use Capriolvin's Annihilation to do it, but Ella just trying to run it down, but the rest of the team's so far away. Last fight now.
Yeah, with Sanemi falling early, they're not going to have one of their main DPS, actually both their DPSs in this final fight. Capriolvin's trying to save the day, making a rotation back towards the point, but it's the entire army of the Quails, the entire Asian army chasing them down, and they're going to manage to clean up towards this point. Now Elko has a pulse bomb of their own, Skyster with the ultimate as well, Firecarter and Maradox trying to respond with a double beat, but that's not going to stay through Elko's pulse bomb, connecting onto one. Elko's going to clean up two, Paradox with the third, and Firecarter going to be the last to fall on this point. Actually, Capriolvin's back for a touch.
Yeah, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So,
No, I love the Quails tempo there with like the Warner ult, you know, like it's really hard to find those moments to like just kind of W key into the Quails comp because they have like that Mei and like it's just really impressive, but at the same time it's not like they have ultimate fight to like deny Capri, so it's just kind of like a weird spot where the Apes gotta look to try and like just send it out with their utility first.
yeah, a lot of the time you don't see that Brand Maybro with the Tracer either. It's from Elko, nonetheless. I know Elko, at least from when I talked to like Sonic and Skyster and stuff, that he does not play Tracer like at all. He's more like that Genji type in the dive, so it's interesting to see him try to branch out and even do it in like this type of composition, which is not standard for Tracer to really be in, I'd say.
Yeah.
You'll have to see if he decides to make the swap here as a completely different composition. This is more of, you know, what I was expecting. Maybe a bit of dive from the purple Apes here. Bit of an overextension, potentially, but the Quantico players are going to manage to contain the point. Capriolvin's going to get out, and now with the point unlocking in about 3 seconds, Capri's forced to get this contest. Forced onto the backline of the Quails. A nice wall here from Brew to try to get some denial. Now they're realizing they have a Sombra in the backline too that they got to worry about. Lots of damage coming from all angles, but it looks like the Quantico Quails will be able to capture this point.
I mean, honestly, the approach from the Apes was like pretty amazing until the skill diff from, not skill, but just like bot diff from Rue to close it out on Pokemon guy, you know?
Yeah.
They were doing a great job at like marking Elko, forcing his recall, but they just need to try to find that kill on Elko to really just solidify trying to fight win, you know? And I love this like back to Ram comp in my opinion, because it's just really hard to like play that slow style.
Firecutter is so close on this beat. It's amazing how quick he's able to get these.
He's putting out the damage. The pulse does go wide though for Elko, and a beat's gonna come in from Firecarter in the fight. Capriolvin the target on the board for the Quails, and they're gonna be able to find it. So down the tank, now down the support and DPS, just leaving Pokemon Guy and Madrox, and Madrox gonna pop the Kitsune Rush too, so not sure how much value that's gonna get as the entire team of the Quails falls, or the Purple Apes fall.
Not to be a doomer, but I think this map's kind of over.
Wow.
There's just no ultimate that can build up. They have Mei, Ram, beat. The Quails like have to extremely fumble this next fight, and they got Suzu out early. Now they think it was gonna go Skyster ult here probably.
They have a Blizzard too.
Yeah, Blizzard gets sent out towards the backline. Finds nothing.
But it's such a good zone,
Capri's
Blizzard.
so slow,
Capriolvin's dead.
Yeah. And they just need to keep this up with these singular ults. Capri just needs to build this Ram ult during this fight before Paradox, and they're just going into spawn with their ultimates here. And they are trading. Saname's gonna get point touch.
Does manage to get the TP, joined by Firecard on the point, but there's already another pulse from Elko though. And a lot of the cooldowns that they need to have been already forced out. The point does flip over, but I do not think that's going to be for long, as the pulse may go wide. Damage still pressing on. Oh, trades though.
Oh my god, finds Elko.
Alright guys, I may have lied. I may have lied.
Me when I'm a liar.
Me when I lie on the internet.
Yeah, I mean honestly, if they did rip ults in the spawn, I think I would have been true. I would have been a truth teller. But Skyster decides to not pop that ult and wait for this recontest. And now this is where the Apes are in an actual advantage with ult economy looks and just all sorts of things. All they need to do is just really hit these rotations and save Firecard or beat for their annihilation, and just try to find an answer to Rue's ultimate that's going to come up here. You know, ideally we just keep our distance. Kiriko when they call in, and this is probably what we're going to see. Call in here soon. Yep, calling on Capri, beat Capri. And this beat Blossom comes in, which is really nice. It's guys are, yeah, you need to deny that.
Yeah, you just can't really survive through that much damage and that much healing. I mean, there's nothing like a Tracer can do or Mei can do. The damage over time is just like too slow. So they're gonna fall out of that fight. And bad thing about that is Geyser and Seneca both use their ultimates. So Rue may have the Blizzard, but they don't have much else to speak for on the side of the Quails.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we just need to make sure like Rue gets like a hard like touch with it. Like, just getting out with this. Like,
Paradox so low, Paradox down.
yeah, now Marduk's has like their ultimate for point here too, and like everyone's dying around them.
The damage is just so immense. And they're able to take such good angles. Neptune, you may have been a doomer on this map because the Purple Apes currently looking very good to take this one home.
Oh no, you know, unless I lie again, you know, this should be Apes' fight to lose here. You know, there's no way they should lose. They just kind of have all this point touch. They just need to start finding kills. It's getting really scary when all these players are recontesting and they're so split.
Marduk's down.
I love Lion.
But
Oh, and it's such a good wall.
Firecrutter's almost got the ult. It's just Firecrutter and Capri Wolven. The beat doesn't find Capri Wolven.
And Capri Wolven's now just a free target on the point. They have so much damage they can just pump into him.
Why do you lie?
So,
Why do you lie so?
alright. If you guys believe in that stuff, like, if you think about it, like, technically, it's out of my control. But technically, I'm also doing too for fight deciders.
So, like, who's to blame for this map loss? Is it the Purple Apes or is it Neptune?
I think it's a higher power.
Okay.
I mean, you're pretty high up in the like the stars, right? So
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I am the star man, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the star man, waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet you, but he'd think he'd blow your mind. Nah, exactly like that. I mean, honestly, I think throughout Aurora, like, I'm usually like wrong with these calls in the sense that there's fights where I feel like the recontest shouldn't work, and this is primarily what on Flashpoint for me. Like, I usually chalk it up because it's gonna be the roughest touch ever, and we won't have any ultimates. But like we saw there, like, mistakes happen. People find value on retakes that, in my opinion, quite frankly, shouldn't happen, right? You know, like a stack should be called and just like kill whoever comes point, you know, make sure we don't trade. But as we saw there, like a lot of moments from both sides, the side of the Quails going through the spawn, they didn't use that ult economy and they were trading out, which also allowed Saname and Firecard to touch point, you know. And as we saw in like the vice versa, where it was just like Elko, Seikana? How did
Seikana,
and I think those were the only two for the moment. And then since they were able to not kill efficiently, and they were split, which allowed like Elko and like Skyser to find these picks, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I will take this blame. I'll take the blame. I'll take the blame on this one. That's on me. This one's on me. My bad. My bad.
I am going to be right back. I'm gonna swap to my other computer since I don't have to prod. So you're
No
gonna get a better
worries.
mic.
I'm
100%.
I'm still like
I'm-
refreshing this stuff on the pride.
I'm
so-
gonna make you owner for a second more till I come back.
Oh, I'm owner.
He's
Yep.
owner.
Let me know when players are or something.
No, don't. Just wait till I get back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I know that I have the stat setting on.
Mm-hmm.
The stats.
Yeah, no,
are
like-
in.
Yeah, I think despite that, I think like both teams looked pretty great. You know, like most points were pretty open, and honestly, like for the Havana, like I'm really excited to see how Apes do. I'm really afraid of Elko here, depending on his hero pool. Just kind of always going into these sniper maps against the higher SR players on DPS is gonna be scary, you know.
But, I mean, looking at the team of the Purple Apes, it's like you have all high SR players, you know? You're able to just run Sanemi, Fire Carter, and Madrox wherever you want, whenever you want, because you're gonna have Panini in, or you're gonna have Pokemon guy in.
Pokemon. Yep.
So you can kind of get away with doing this, which is why I don't think it's a bad pick. And the other thing to note is these two teams scrimmed each other, so they kind of know roughly the style
maps.
that the maps that teams want to play and the style that teams want to play, and specifically what they
Yeah.
can beat each other in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know like not really leaks, but you know, going to my own match like or like scrim, I was able to scrim the Apes like a few days ago just with the Zillas. I was waiting for Vind. You know, they took us on this map, and honestly, like I like the look of you know, of the
Nice.
Apes. You know, so I'm excited to see how their composition fits here and works.
Let me know when you're in lobby.
Yeah, it'll be just a second. I'm just opening the game.
No rush, no rush.
One interesting thing to note about the Quails, because they're constantly like cycling Rue Lupinus and Crayon on that DPS, is that they have the complete opposite hero pool. On DPS, Rue is a lot more that May, like you saw, where they have the brawl style, while I believe Cray is sort of like that dive and poke, I think. I know it's dive at least.
Mm-hmm.
So
And they're like the same SR too, then, huh?
Exact
Yes.
same, yeah.
That's
they're
actually
both
insane.
like flex support players that are off rolling. You can be the
That's-
thing then.
Mm-hmm. You know, that's actually insane. Like that's lucky, kind of like not ideal, but like I love. Yeah, no, it's just like just straight up like
Here, Ward,
having
give
the
me
same
the
SR
arm
and like
first before you
flipping
start.
that.
Yeah. No, it definitely is really good. Especially with that, like, because I know that Skyser loves Monkey a lot.
Yeah,
He calls himself a Winston One Trick, which isn't true, but
I mean,
he
kind of
is a
was
very
when he was broken arms, you know.
yeah, but that,
Taking
that's how it
somebody
be
at his
sometimes.
worst.
That's how it be sometimes. But he's a big Monkey enjoyer. I know Tommy liked that Sig from last season at least when we played on the Sayoris. So we're gonna have to see. I know Skyser's a big Ram Sig Winston player. He used to really like JQ back in Chinchilla days, but it fell off. But we do see Juno. I think, is this the first Juno that we've had really?
It must be, right?
Maybe.
no
I mean,
fake.
I didn't see the Frogs game, the Frog Bobcat, so they may have done it there.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on Juno as a
listen, I don't
character
think
from
I
like
see
a
it.
high SR perspective?
Uh,
Mid?
Life Weaver. They're like
What?
Life Weaver.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
of course they dude, I was gonna predict that they were gonna bait us with the composition, and that's exactly what happens. The entire
They're like Life
Purple
Weaver in my
Apes are
opinion,
scammers.
you know? Like, not like... It's just kind of like, I don't know, it doesn't
You're just
feel...
comparing Juno to someone else.
Yeah, I just kind of feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
the skill, like, or not skill, it's just like... I don't know, it's just like a really niche character that like a lot of characters just are better than, you know?
It feels like she is good at surviving because, like, she can't fight like anyone. She can get away though, and it's just completely feels like a main support, but they just heal up a ton, like Life Weaver
Yeah.
in that sense. Where instead of like Life Weaver has that vertical mobility with the pedal, Juno's got like that sort of for allies in the way, where they have that speed ring.
And I
It's
love,
more horizontal.
dude, I love, like, this is what I'm saying, I love the Apes' comp. And I think they're just playing it so perfectly until Panini gets a little bit overboard with contesting that off angle.
Yeah, but I was
Alco
thinking
finds two.
before this, they didn't need to
C9,
contest the
C9,
off
oh.
Yeah, but they were just pushing so aggressively, and they sent Fire Carter up onto that high ground. They have Sanemi as like a long-range DPS threat. The side of the Quails, they just like backed and backed and backed until they're up against a wall, and barely ended up eking out that fight. You even mentioned the chance of the C9 there, Neptune. And
Yeah.
if the Apes are able to play with that aggression and keep that fear in the Quails' mind, I mean, it's so hard to beat that. And you can see, Scarce is already down. The rest of the team playing a bit too split away from that. Apes are just pushing up.
No, exactly, and like, Paradox is kind of like looking for this maybe fake res, and no, they can't get it, but they have to saw on point now.
Artie's dead. They kind of
This
tries to
is
invest.
great, yeah.
Craze on. Panini's one, Panini's dead. Skyser's back too.
Ultimate's coming out, which is going to be great for the side of the Apes here.
They might not even need to invest.
All
at this point.
one. Yeah. You know, like, and what was going wrong from the Quails, you know, like, when you're looking at, like, you know, in the game of Overwatch, you always got to be thinking about, like, their comp versus our comp, right? And, like, with their comp, like, they're really leaning towards that spam. And just kind of playing for angles, and what all the Apes want to do is just brawl, basically. They're brawl. So, like, Skyster, when he's out like that, he's just gonna get exploded like we saw multiple times, or he's gonna get forced to relocate like we saw in the first push, right? And it's gonna be a great kite from the Apes, you know, like really in safe positions. And I'm hoping to see a rally blade come out here from Panini and Fire.
Fire is gonna pop the blade. Onto Elko, gets the kill eventually, but eventually he just has to kite back, and it's a nice pop from Elko to help sustain on the point. Now Panini with the rally, as well as Skyser, lifts into the air. Panini's trying to challenge this now. Madrox falls on the point. Elko with cleanup on the rest of the team, and now it's just Panini, Danny DeVito left alone, trying to get his one, but he cannot find it at the end of the day. The Quails hold strong on the point.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really unfortunate, like, that those two ultimates come out at the separate times, you know? If they really just kind of comboed and, like, pushed out with Fire Carter and Panini, that fight, I think, 100% works for them. You know? Like, Fire found one, and if, like, Panini's ready to reinforce that angle with him with that rally, they don't get that res off, and they probably even kill Paradox, too.
It's kind of solo. Where's the
Valkyrie, yeah. And, you know, I'm expecting the swing with Marduk's ult here onto Skyser here soon. Look at the brawl. I love Brig so much with these comps, you know? And this is, like, in my opinion, the most, like, least Brig kind of favored map. But they're just playing to this brawl, like, favor, like, so much, and I love it.
And it's like you have Mercy and you have Juno. You don't have the characters to contest close range. You have characters that are great at falling back, retreating, but you can't match that. And now you're going to see a lot of swaps over from the Quails. Now they're going to go to the Monkey. They're going to go to the Brig mirror themselves. And Elko is going to try to get the dip on his Sanemi, but Sanemi gets the first one in that 1v1.
Yeah, no, that was a great shot, you know? And this is where, like, we were talking about, like, I don't like the comp swaps from the Quails. It kind of feels like they're on like the retreat and defensive, and they have to like adapt now when they should have made those like minor changes earlier to either lean into like a heavier spam, or sorry, yeah, like a heavier spam, or you like just match like more of those brawl elements, and it just feels really just awkward seeing this.
Yeah. They did use 2 ults there, but Skyster still dies.
Yeah. I mean, at least Skyster has his primal saved up, but Tommy and Mardox is just gonna be really scary with these ultimates to prevent Skyster from getting any like primal value.
And it's like the Sig complement to the Widow is just so much better than the Monkey complement. I mean, these guys can jump on the point. You can set down that bubble and maybe make a bit of space, which is making right now. Pops the primal as well, enabling Elko to find 2 big picks. But Elko now just gonna get walked over. Has to hit the TP up. Tommy's just gonna go off the map though and get a quick reset for the team.
Yeah, no, I'm really just kind of Elko finds pick, and that's gonna be really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, at least like ult-wise, like the Apes are in favor here, but it's still gonna be very nerve-wracking. Skyster just gets, yeah. Oh,
He falls into the Mega, that's huge.
and then Firecard is 1 and dies. Kind of like
still alive? Oh.
kind of didn't even know about like these like scrappy fights are just always not in the favor of like the retaking team, you know? It's like the defenders are gonna be back sooner, and it's just gonna be really hard for the Apes to keep pushing, especially if Elko keeps finding picks like this.
Yeah, Elko giving a perfect opening in this fight. And now Skyster just enabled on the backline, completely unleashed. Despite that, Sanemi's still trying to take the fight. Does not pan out very well, as a nice nade does come through from Seikana. Another good cleanup for the side of the Quails, so they have a chance of holding this one out from 3 points as Firecarda goes on to the Tracer.
Tommy Winston too, they're trying to go that dive mirror sort of style. You see the on a break compared to the here at Lucio, but Saikana's got Tommy's
body
just
block.
blocking Skyster.
That was huge. And Tommy's jumping the top left, and I think that's needed.
Panel, they have Nano Blade.
And they're gonna open with it, but that gets found.
And Nano has to come out of Skyster, but he is gonna have primal for this point. And it's just really a matter of his guys are gonna find any picks here. But it seems like he's not gonna be able to find a proper target.
Going for the juggle, looking for Panini right here. Maybe buying enough time for his team to come back. You know how good the Quails are in these retake situations. Well, they have to fight their way back in, but a beat layered on top of it might just be overkill for the side of the Quails. Sanemi on the backline is getting fought, and the point is going to fall in favor of the Purple Apes here. There's nobody on to touch.
I was so nervous there.
I was too. I had to double check.
I thought Panini almost Ajaxed.
Dude, Panini, maybe the much better Lucio than me, but he's also a much better Ajaxer than me.
I feel like those go hand in hand, you know?
True, yeah. Like Tadpole. Shout out Tadpole, for real.
Shout out me. My first scrim against the Frogs. I may have Ajax the map, but that's okay. If you're not Ajaxing, that means you're not trying, you know?
Or you just hit every beat. Like me, because I'm the GOAT, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, we're seeing this. I don't really think we're gonna see this dive look. At least should it? Like, it's gonna be really hard, and I feel like you're kind of almost guaranteeing get OT. If not, like, it's possible to get this Nano Blade going if Elko goes onto that Genji, and that's probably the only way that I can see it working out for them here.
I think that Elko should go Genji here. I mean, the backline pressure that you can get on Sanemi onto Firecarter, but he's actually opting for the Widow duel again. I think they've been pretty even so far throughout. We'll see if one gets a significant advantage over the other, especially since, you know, Carry able to dive, put a bit more pressure on Sanemi.
Yeah, they really gotta like work these angles and like wrap right side like Carrera is doing right now, and like force Soname not to be able to set up wherever they want, you know. And it's gonna be really, but if they don't do that, it's gonna be really hard for Elko to find that like value he wants to, you know. As you've seen, like Elko has to kind of like play in this room and play really kind of like soft, and again, it's just like, really hard to retake into these angles, especially if you don't have enough pressure elsewhere, you know. But regardless, yeah.
Through though, Panini does fall, so a bit of an advantage for the Quails in these coming seconds here. They're gonna try to pressure it, jumping up onto the high ground, denying all that space from the sniper style composition of the Purple Apes. But Elko again forced to get so
split.
close.
I don't love how everyone split from Mardox. No one like was able to like help him peel that, like, especially when like Benini dies so early. You just need to like help your Bab get not traded, you know.
And the only
and
person,
even if that means giving up space.
Yeah, the only person that can really deny this dive is Tommy with a rock or Panini just with any of his util. So if you're split into like 3 groups, you may be able to take better angles, but at the same time, Skyster can just walk on you for free, Carry can just walk on you for free. The entire team is just basically given free reign and allowed to play around you. As Tommy drops the flux,
I love that
Skyster
flush from Tommy
all the way down. And opens up now a bit of space for the team as Firecarter catches Carry too.
I love it ensuring the results. Now that like what the Apes need to do, they really need to start pressuring this walk up guaranteed. You know, build this window, build this Bob, build this rally in time to hopefully just deny value from like the nano here coming soon.
Elko also opting over onto the Ashe instead. Set up a nice dynamite onto Tommy there, but doesn't have the ability to contest Sanemi on these angles anymore, as Mardox pops the window on high ground, but is in extremely dire straits as Skyster finds both. Skyster actually finds 3, 4, looking for the ace. As he progresses, he pushes, he's looking for Sanemi too, and Sanemi doesn't have an escape from this. No way to get out as Skyster cleans up.
And now we're seeing like this mirror, and this is where I'm nervous now. It's like, how is this mirror gonna look like now that like you're kind of adapting into like a favorable match up for the Quails, you know?
Yeah.
Like, at least Firecarter's got their ultimate, but like looking at the rest of the Quails, it's like so just nervous. Like I really wish that previous fights they set up better for like Mardox ult, you know. I feel like they really just needed to bait Tommy and have that window around it, you know.
And Skyster has everybody trapped in a room again. Panini over onto the Lucio, so doesn't have that peel that the Brig has. And Skyster is gonna end up popping the ult. I don't even know if he needed it there, as the follow through, the cleanup was already there. They got 3 on the card now, looking to push past this second point.
They should be able to get another touch. Yeah, no, they definitely can with Tommy.
Yeah.
They let him left.
And this Bob will come out, but beat, and it's gonna be really important to like just find this opening pick onto any player. This guy's getting really low, but oh, Mardox follows though.
Oh, you hate to see it.
And now we're just committing also like a losing fight, honestly.
I mean, Sanemi's able to trade out 1, but I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Tracer cannot keep that contest on the point for all that long. Tommy is back with the team, trying to get this stabilization on the point. But it feels like a losing situation. We have so many angles. Everybody feels like they're surrounding you, getting engulfed on all sides. Elko trades out, but Bob on point to help do some damage. Firecarter now on the Sombra, and he's gonna fall. Paradox gets one as well. Tommy's left to hold down the line. Very, very close to this Primal. May pop it to try and eke out a bit more of this time bank.
And 100% will, you know, just like really ensure this fight when getting as much time here as possible is just so important, you know. you want to commit these
Spray
ultimates,
down.
and
Paradox.
Tommy's able to stabilize in this bubble, which is huge.
Yeah, definitely. And
Yeah,
they've
I
got
mean-
those support ults online too. Psychona falls late.
Yeah, no, this double swirl, like, it's gonna be so important that these players don't layer these, and they just go quick with this Marduk's ult. You know, like if we really like are talking high level, you know, we want to see Tommy jump in and like Marduk's TP in and like just Keurig ult onto this like backline here, you know, and they're scouting it. They're just like hard pressed trying to look to this rocket. You know, like Firecard is setting up here.
Yeah. Hack on Psychona.
A great hack that comes
Dive
through.
in, the
Tommy's
beat.
gonna go in. The beat gets set up.
Paradox falls.
Yeah. And
Put him
he's
in
gonna
OP.
fall too. Goes in a bit too deep without the team.
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about, like the quickness doesn't come through. You know, like they used one of the ultimates, right? But the beat didn't cover all, nor was it aggressive. Like these ultimates were very like reactive and passive to like help defend when it just needs to be an engage there.
Yeah.
You know, Sanemy's back onto that Widow, but Firecarder opting to stay for the Sombra. Still has a lot of decent hack targets here, but the on a break back line definitely proving a problem, a nuisance, a thorn in the side for the rest of the Purple Apes. Rush is going to be vested onto this fight, as well as a primal out from Skycer. The aggression is going to be pushed. The Purple Apes are pushing into spawn, but they're not finding anything as they do it. Carry had a nice cleanup on the point, and now it's just Tommy Slat left, and he's going to get exploded here too, but the time bank for the Quails is going to be the real problem. They need 2 fights, but they only have time for 2 fights. They want to equalize the scoreboard. Doesn't matter if it's 0 seconds, they just need to get the point all the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's so important for Firecard to just find immense value, and he's gonna go get set up on the backline here, and they're gonna look to jump on Elko here soon. Like, they're counting this down, I can tell.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 3, 2, 1, you know?
There you go.
And they need to find this value, like huge
Great
value.
It's
And this is
Paradox from
great.
Psychona.
The Bob was thrown
Paradox
on
gonna
point.
fall, though. Skycer won. Skycer dead.
Like,
Brave's
honestly,
so low,
this is
too.
kind of what you want here.
Cardi finds another.
Jay, you want the Bob to be wasted on the point effectively. I mean, it did get a bit of point pressure and a bit of point presence. Held on for a bit, but now only 2 ultimates. If the
I'm really nervous
Purple
about
Apes are
this,
able to
like,
live
and,
through this, force out a
Nano.
couple ults, they still have a second fight that they can go aim for.
Oh, this Nano doesn't seem like it's gonna get much value, but nope, knee split.
Tommy.
And Tommy gets pulsed. They're gonna maybe get a retouch, but it's gonna be nearly impossible. Like, Fire has to probably touch point first, and it's basically, I mean,
Dominic
Sodomy,
might be able
yeah,
to actually on the venture.
yeah.
They get the dig on.
And Tommy's gonna have Primal here too. Elko's gonna die here,
Oh, dead.
and Tommy still has his Primal. It's gonna be really, they need a burnt Skycer or go for backline or something. It's C9!
Oh, what? No way. Who's gonna type it? Somebody's gotta type in the chat, right? Somebody.
I don't want to be toxic.
Aw,
I don't want to tilt them.
somebody
It's
on
not
one
even-
of
it's
their
not even being
teams, baby.
toxic. I just don't want to tilt them.
There he
Oh,
goes,
no,
Dad.
no.
I mean, that's the
There-
toxicity
there's
we'd love to see.
I mean, honestly, that was Apes' fight to lose, though. So, C9, you know, like, the Quails had to win the fight basically
You
first.
still
Yep, and they had to wipe it
you
up
still
very
hate to see
quick.
a kill there.
Yeah, no, it's still like kind of like rough, but I don't know, it's really getting nervous when like Skyster's closing that primal and like everything's starting to happen. It's just. Mhm.
I don't see the auto prod if you have that up.
Oh, I'm switching to it right now. I just need to take it a second to load here, and then.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
the
I
wrong
just
one.
didn't see like the headers. or
Oh,
the
I
score.
forgot I had to do that too. Whoopsie. I trolled.
You're good.
Wait, give me a second. Map info.
We're
Here we go.
scuffed here. It doesn't matter.
We're
Any
scuffed.
coverage is
Yeah.
good coverage.
I forgot how I set this up last time. I did like 2 different presets for it, and I didn't ever refresh. I got it this time. Nope, I don't got it. Oh, yes, I do got it this time. Oh wait. Oh, I gotta get purple apes up to 1 somehow. This auto prod is
Here,
good.
I can run the sheet. How about I run the sheet?
I'd take that.
Okay.
I'm down for the
I'll-
sheet being ran.
I'll run the sheet for you. There's Numbani. You can refresh it to see the actual map.
Oh, we're scuffed. We're scuffed, gamers.
I love scuffed.
I think.
We're so scuffed. Oh my god, we got a script error. It's over. Hang on. Okay.
You should be able to see Numbani.
Let me see. Oh, we got it, gamers. We've never been so back. Oh, look at us. Look at us go.
We're so here.
We're so
Let's-
here. Anyways, Numbani from the Quails.
Yeah.
That surprised me, like you guys were saying
Same
about.
lineup for the Quails.
Hmm.
I mean, it
So-
makes sense. Quails like the dive, and they're keeping it. Apes attack.
Am I wrong to say that next map Quails have to do a roster change, and so do Apes?
They
Or
do. They
You're
do.
correct in saying that. Actually,
Alright.
no. The Apes do not have to do a roster change because they have
but
7.
Quails do.
The Quails,
Quails do.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure it tries to go to Central.
Oh, and I got the prod set up. We're cooking today.
Asmodeus is here watching.
Asmodeus, my goat.
Oh yeah, you flip sides. Okay.
I'm on top of it now, Riddle. I'm an S tier production.
I can't believe they finally fixed the bug where the lobby creator like doesn't have to change the names up top.
I do.
No, I meant like if you gave someone else lead, like they can switch the name still. Whereas
No,
like
you
before
can't.
you can't?
You still can't. No.
What the hell? Oh no.
Oh no, Overwatch.
Not my Overwatch.
Not my Overwatch. Yeah, but I think this map selection is interesting. I'm very glad that the side of the Purple Apes decided to stick with the same composition here, because I think it allows them to do the exact same counters that they were playing on the previous map. I'm intrigued on seeing who the Apes want to go, because I'm assuming the Quails are going to take more of a dive look, put Elko on the Genji, get Carry on their comfort dive character, have Skycer on something like definitely a Winston, maybe a Diva, maybe a Doomfist, but definitely a Winston. So I'm wondering what Sanmi and Firecard are gonna do, because I think there's still a problem of like them being in limbo with the counter swaps to the specific dive DPS that Carry and Elko were pulling up against them. So interested to see that. I would also kind of like Tommy to, start off on the Diva maybe. Do a good job of, if Carrie's going to go that Echo or that Pharah pick, I think a Diva would work very, very well. As we hop into map number 3, current scoreline 1-1, Quails Purple Ace.
Yeah. And even then, like, they pretty much run like a standard type of dive look, in my opinion, with that Winston. So, like, I wouldn't be shocked to just see like a straight up default kind of monkey comp come out from the Apes, but knowing like if Carry was a flyer player, like having that opportunity to play that, and Marduk seems to be going for this Kiriko look that I haven't seen, and yeah, like this Diva look comes out here too.
Yeah. War, can you change the color key intensity?
I'm trying to.
Okay.
I
Okay, that's fine.
forgot where that was. Is it filters?
It's under filters, under color key.
Illusion.
You should see like. I don't even remember what it's called.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
But here we go. You see Diva from Tommy as well as the normal dive comp here from the Quails without going on Ash.
Yeah. Scouts are getting like this like really uncontested is like scary. And now we're just seeing like this free just come out here and I'm not meaning to be a hater, but I'm gonna be a hater for a moment. I feel like I don't know, unless they like switched comps or like had more scrims prepped, like I liked the look that they had when I played against them on Nambani here.
The Apes?
What was that?
Yeah, it was like a normal Winston, Brig, Ana type of look. But I don't know why they're committing to this more like rush style comp, you know? Like, it makes kind of like, I don't know, it just feels weird because like I thought they looked pretty successful in that scrim on it, you know? Like, so it just feels weird to see this like switch.
Yeah. I'm not sure. But Karth's just getting around the corner. Tommy solo, Tommy down. It's on me taking down as well.
I said at the start of the map that I kind of wanted Tommy on the Diva, but now thinking about it, it's definitely better if he goes the Winston. It's just so much of a direct counter to the Genji, to the Genji and to the Ashe.
Yeah, no, I'm like really just like perplexed as to like what the thought process was from the Apes, because like I said, it feels like a very last minute like switch because they're kind of doubting their capabilities as like a team, I feel like, you know. And as you're seeing, like we're just seeing this dive be taken from the Quails here, and it looks like they're just going to be able to cap this with, you know, like a steamroll here, you know. This guy's Defines too, and he's just going crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause once this fight's over, but these supports keep wanting to get onto this one.
Let's keep
Okay.
it moving.
Oh, we're pausing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll call
Oh,
us.
yeah.
I'll call us for
Honestly,
pause.
I didn't see that either.
I didn't see that either. I got a temporary solution to the issue.
Which is
Yeah.
Instead of, you know, making the opacity greater, I can just duplicate the thing like 7 or 8 times, so it looks like the opacity is actually greater, when in reality it's just
Right.
7 or 8 of the exact same thing.
Are you using Streamlab or
I'm using normal OBS.
OBS?
Yeah.
Okay, I can tell you how to do that then.
What do I go to?
they are by the way, or at least the side of the Apes are, and now the
Yeah.
Whales.
Let's just send it in.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
It looks
can
good.
look at
It
it.
looks
I
good
can
on stream. Trust.
I'm looking at it. It looks fine.
Oh, let's go.
So you're under the filter, right? You
Yeah,
see
yeah.
the effect filter, the color key?
Yep.
Do you see the similarity thing?
Yes.
What's your similarity at?
460 or 458.
What's the opacity at? Smoothness?
100 and smoothness. Or opacity.
1. How the heck did you do that? I don't know what you did. But that's
Whatever.
fine. We got it to work. We got it to work.
It's
Elko
flawless.
using Bob. The beat.
and that
a lot
pick
of
on the
us.
Skyster is gonna be huge.
Bob from Sonomy too?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, no,
at
no.
least Tommy has ult to work with, but this rally blade to just clean up on third here is gonna be really scary. Like, the Apes really have to have a strong neutral. You know, I'm gonna help the Apes out. You know, there's no way the Quails lose this next fight. You know, they have rally,
Yeah.
they have blade, closing primal. There's no way that the Apes are gonna win this fight.
No way.
No way.
That does help them out statistically.
Paradox low. Elko
Statistically
won.
speaking.
Oh. You're so good at this, bro. You're so good at this.
You're welcome, Apes. You're welcome.
What happened? It just seemed like I was watching the discussor. It was just like he was just standing around waiting to dive. Then they didn't find anyone in the back, so he just sort of stood there, and then everyone got low and died.
No, it's just like really like, at least what came through, you know, it's just Mardox finding that incredible like 2 to 3 tap onto Elko, you know, which really helped them.
Yeah.
And at least now, like the side of the Apes have this ult coming, be able to like work out, but as you're seeing, just like this quick fight coming from Gray, and Paradox is going to be helping with Rally at the end here. You know, like you don't need to invest these ultimates here, and this bomb is going to be hopefully finds Seikana. And I'm sorry, I'm a Tommy simp. That's why I cheered. So, but
Paradox still has the Rally to go back in with. They want to keep fighting this. I mean, a lot of damage dealt on both sides. Stabilization though isn't there, so side of the Quails are gonna back up, leave Elko. They push up to look for picks, but in reality, nothing gained until Seikana gets back for the heals.
This kind of goes back to like the previous kind of fight where like a dive needs to happen and Mardox needs to like rip that ultimate very quickly onto the back line here, you know?
Mardox does get the ultimate, but Skyster ripped one of his own.
But it's gonna be very late, and it's gonna be enable the Quails to just keep walking up here for free now, and just have this Bob for the recontest too. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like you're saying, it just felt like Skyster was able to nano engage onto Mardox, then they had to TP Suzu out, and then they, you know?
Yeah. And this Bob is getting so much damage here. Yeah. And he gets that type of like the backline differences. Like you really just need to like send this Kiriko down that lane and just go kill stuff. You know, like make it really scrappy. Because what's happening is like the Apes aren't making this scrappy enough with these ultimates. You know, and that's the real issue.
Yeah, the advantage for the side of the Apes is they have 5 people that can all go in. And like make it scrappy, where like having and the Ana and Seikana having the Elko Ashe, you can't like close range brawl. Like despite the skill level, it's very hard to close range brawl with those 2 characters. And it feels like obviously it was the attack for the Quails, but it felt like the Apes were scared to commit. You know, just like you said.
Yeah. And you know, this is where it's like important is having that like vocal leader about like go go go. You know, but I mean, throughout the season, like, especially if these players are watching these VODs back and just kind of listening to our casters, you know, talk about, like, what they should be doing, you know, like, a little bit of self-reflection, like, you know, Apes be doing this, like, a bit more consistently on all maps, you know, like, you know, they did win the last map, but, you know, like, these fights could be way less closer than they are, or just making these fight losses into wins, you know? And that's going to help them overall throughout the season, you know?
But it's definitely not over for the Apes.
Oh,
Neptune,
definitely not over.
It's over.
No, I think I have to say this, but alright, so if I say like this, I'm not saying it like
what are you saying?
My friend was the Apes 3-2.
Okay.
But I don't think that's like a jinx though, right? Like that's
no,
like
that doesn't hurt either way on this map. Like it's a macrospective, not microspective, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So I think this is gonna be like going the distance for sure. You know, even though these maps are slight bumps, you know, a 3-2 is gonna be a 3-2. So like you're gonna have to lose this map or next map for my grand scheme to go out, you know?
Sonomi's getting behind them. Paradox knows that.
Yeah.
No poke taken from them either.
And this, like, the dive comes in, Mardox TP's in, and this is really clean.
On them. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone on the side of the Apes are just gonna be living here, you know? And that's great. Great job from the Apes on that dive.
I mean, this should be theoretically their best comp, right? At least this Winston comp from Tommy.
Yep.
Because it's.
I mean, I like it a lot
like
more
an
than
ape.
with, like the Trace. You just monkey in and go crazy. Yep. Yeah, no, I agree. I like it a lot more than the Ash Echo, because like I just feel like you can like actually like you said, ape in, you know, and I feel like whereas vice versa, it's like that really slow, but I just don't think the apes were able to find that like medium, right?
Yeah. Definitely a lot of ults coming online here for the apes as well. Sonomy taken down. Too much Tommy. Looks like the rest of the team just wasn't ready for it, really. Like, Firecutter wasn't in that building, able to hit. And you still on payload, just doing God's work, and but Mardox also wasn't there.
Yeah. I mean, for the apes, like, they just really need to, like, live to their ultimates, you know? Now we're recontesting, and the Quails get to buy time for this nano, buy time for this rally, and this primal. You really just want to snowball these points like what the Quails did, but, you know, on the side of the Quails, they can just give up space like this and just build this nano, and it's going to be coming online very soon.
Yeah. Elko taken down first, that's huge.
The exact target you want to take down first. Still a bit of a duel on the point. Looks like Carry's gonna win it out, but
Yeah.
is that gonna be too late is the question. You have Skycer and Carry trying to hold down this space, but eventually they're gonna get forced out to a bit of an awkward position. I love the Apes' aggression. They don't want Skycer and Carry to steal away that point for free. They want to keep pressuring, keep pushing, and now they've cemented themselves like a block in between both fronts. They have the opportunity to dive either. And put pressure either way as the beat does come through. The primal as well from Tommy.
Nano Brig. Elko takes on Sonomy. Nini dead.
I really wish they were able to hunt down those players more in the backline and just get them out of your thought, but it's still gonna work out for the apes here, it seems like.
Yeah.
Even though it was really messy. And I was about to jinx it, I was about to say the apes were about to lose it. So, I mean, I basically did in my mind, you know? So I'm like 0-5 or something right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably. But, and as you're seeing, now they go back to this like slower comp, which is like, I'm not sure how to feel about it. I kind of like the idea, and this is a great kite from this Bob, and just getting that out early.
Sanemi got left in the back line though. Trying to escape with their life, but I don't think they're gonna be. Oh, man, almost made it out. Mission impossible, almost successful, but got hit by Skycer at the exact wrong time.
It feels like the timing of these, the timing is just like really unfortunate from the apes, you know? They just need to really get like on the same page of like their ins and outs, and like if they're getting any high ground going out, you know?
Especially because they can be controlling the pace on attack. They should be controlling the pace with at least the previous competition. Same with this one too. But
Oh, Blade Primal. The
I mean,
supports are still alive. They're now dead.
if you're the apes, like you're like kind of happy about that fight though, like just getting those ults out. And something I want to mention though, the apes still have more time than the Quails at this current moment, which is insane to think about with how dominant.
Over a minute.
Yeah. That being said, like, so really important. How does this fight turn out? You know, like both sportals are basically online for both teams. You know, and Firecutter, Soname, and Tommy do have these ultimates. You know, so it's really Apes' fight to lose here.
Oh, Sonomy taken down by Elko.
Alright, like I didn't say the words, but like I kind of implied it. Is that like a counter or what? Like, do I count this one too? Did I count this one too? I didn't really say it explicitly. I'm counting it too. I'm just so cursed today. Dude, when I start talking about ult economy, it just starts getting thrown out the window.
1 for 1, not the worst.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but like we talked about, like now it's like Alco's getting this bomb online, and it's just like, it's just kind of so scary. Like Panini really needs to use this rally to help stabilize their team and take space here, and then hopefully Firecutter and like the rest of the team can follow.
Double Ana. Firecutter's in there.
You know me, I love my double Anas.
He is such a big double Ana fan.
It's so good. But this is what I'm saying, like, Elko gets this bob and it's gonna be huge to Saul. But no, wait, Tommy fights.
Elko team.
Yeah. The bob still comes through, but like that
Yeah.
stuff from Tommy is great. And he's gonna hopefully find the Tracer here too.
But Madrox in a rough position. Primal Geister on top of him. Pig still coming in the way of the Purple Apes though. As Geister doing his best to create
C9.
chaos on this backline, but cannot C9,
Nope.
cannot fall the exact same way.
It's 2v2.
Some great picks.
Elko's one.
And Elko's gonna be in bubble and just being able to live.
That's crazy.
And the Apes gotta be punching themselves for that one. They had a chance to get a minute time bank, but does not come to fruition. Lots of ults used on both sides there. So it may be a battle of who gets theirs first. Purple Apes with a slight advantage. Still need to be very, very careful because you also got a Tracer up on this high ground. Putting down pressure, but Elko's gonna be the first one to find a pick. And Carry now very, very close to their Pulse Bomb. With Madrox going down, might have to wait for the fight reset. Break healing not enough to sustain the rest of the team. Tommy's got to be extraordinarily careful as so does Panini. He's gonna fall. The Pulse is thrown. And Sanemi goes down too. So now 20 seconds left on the clock. It is not looking good for the Purple Apes.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy realizes he just has to reset as fast as possible, and there's no chance of him living. And that being said, it's gonna be even harder for this touch to happen. And as
He's
we're
trying to
seeing,
go for it, but it's like, it looks like Tommy's
They
gonna be
don't
able to get it. They have nano.
They do manage to get the touch.
Pulse hits. Craze pulse to their own pulse bomb. Paradox taken down. Skyster still up. They're able to kill Skyster before this Primal comes online. This could be massive. Oh, never mind. The Primal came online.
But Tommy's close to one of his own. Honestly,
Yeah,
but-
Tommy, I mean, you could maybe just stay in the spawn, deny anybody else the value. Panini's back, but instantly falls again. The rally comes out from Paradox, helping
Tommy's
keep
got
her
it.
team up.
Bob is
and
gonna be
Tommy has it.
bait
this
Tommy
here
Shaken
too.
is gonna be very close with the ult. Same with the
The
Bob.
bomb. Oh
Yeah.
no.
It's all flared on top of other ults.
That's gonna be it, I think. Yeah, no, that's gonna be it. The Bob's the nail in the coffin.
currently 2-1 in the favor of the Quails. I'm honestly like, oh, not
Whoa,
GG.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Play of the game.
Got some early GGs in chat. It's all good. Crazy rookie.
No, it
Yeah.
is not good.
Can't blame them
Rookies.
for
He is
that.
not going to get match MVP for this.
Hey, wait. Does that mean that team's winning?
What?
Does that
Who
mean
knows?
the Quails are winning? Who knows?
Quails are winning.
I mean, yeah, but winning the entire series.
I
Yeah,
don't know. We'll have to see.
What were we on about? I think as for now, like just having this like at the moment, like each team just going to their own map choice, and it's just been working out pretty well for them, So I'm excited to see like how and where the Apes take us next. Like, do you kind of take in the fact that Rue will be like playing this more brawl character? Like if they're confident enough, you can take that brawl mirror again and like hopefully like self-reflect about like what happened and how to fix it, or you just kind of do whatever regardless, and like if Rue's on his character, so be it. Or you continue to hopefully make kind of Rue kind of tweak on their character. Like you said, I don't know what's Rue's like whole hero pool. You said that May. What else?
Let me see real quick.
RiddleDog doing research.
Yeah, doing my research in the Quails chat.
Doing some of it. Wait, are we going to the throne of Anubis?
No,
No.
that's just what popped up.
Oh, I want to go to the throne of Anubis. Play that
I
map
hate
once.
Clash. I hate Clash.
I also hate Clash.
Okay,
Bro,
okay, so May
Remove
S tier, May S tier, and A tier is the Ash Sim Reaper,
Okay.
and then in B it's like Pharah, Echo, Venture, Torb, Sombra.
Mhm.
So Apes, if you're listening, counter swap him right now.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, it's just like you continue to go on that map, you know, like maybe I'm wrong, like I mean, obviously, like I don't think anyone's picking Clash till the last map. You know, I think we need to make an executive vote just to remove Clash from Aurora.
It's like
I think
CP
it happens.
in
It needs to happen,
season 5 of Aurora.
bro.
It's
It needs to
more.
happen.
Especially.
No, what I think about is how it's more like the gentleman's agreement not to play 2CP back in Overwatch 1
Yeah,
and Overwatch
that's what I was
League days.
saying.
Was that, yeah, it's just like you could play 2CP, you could just be 2CP merchants, or you can just be like everyone else, be like, yeah, no one wants to play this game, but let's not play it.
And then in playoffs, pull it out.
I'm already
prank
going
the
to
other
feedback.
team.
I'm going to feedback about it.
Right. You can
I
go to
typed my
feedback
thoughts.
in. You can go to feedback in the Overwatch forums to take Clash out of comp.
That's not gonna happen. But I stand for my change in Aurora. I think it can happen. That's why I answered my
Right.
feedback. And you should too. Everyone should upvote me in there about it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. It seemed like more of a flashpoint, you know. Just kind of going that like, I mean, I think that could like really help like the Apes, like more of like the spammy brawl. And as we've seen right now, the Apes aren't changing their roster at all. But ideally, if they win this map, that means they do have to go back to that the first look we saw from them, right?
Alright, I'm going in. What?
For the side of the Apes, they have to make their roster swap now after this point, right?
No.
No, not after
No,
this
the
map.
seventh player rule is that if all of the 7 players are there, then each one only needs to play a single map.
But if 6 players are there, then
Then it's normal rules.
got it. That's fancy.
Ready for battle.
Yes, fancy indeed.
Yeah,
And-
let's see. Teams that are composed of 7 players post-action have all 7 players present at a match for all maps will have adjusted playtime requirements. All players attending only have 1 map of mandatory playtime for the whole match, regardless of length.
You heard it from the commission himself.
5, 4, 3,
Goodbye, Asmodeus.
1.
Bye bye.
Asmodeus did not like that.
And looking at these comps, like I'm not sure how to feel about the Queen. You know, as like for me, I feel like this type of matchup is a very skilled matchup. That being said, I love Ram more than I love Queen, so like I'm like a Ram simp into these comps. But right now, like
Yeah.
the Queen has the space and angles to like crash out onto this this comp, but Benita gets picked first here.
That's a big first pick. There will take on Tommy as well. Tommy
Yeah.
finds theirs.
Everyone's to follow earlier here too, and Tommy instantly goes to that ram mirror, which I kind of like that approach.
Yeah, you have this ability
Paradox Bat,
to
maybe?
like
No, staying on the
stabilize through
Kiriko.
the May wall a lot better with the ram.
I
And
know
Elbows
the.
poke just doesn't do as much by a tiny amount.
I
I
know the
also
Quails have
wish,
been
like-
playing this a lot. This Moira comp. Screws.
I also wish like the Saname like went to the Tracer,
Ooh.
Oh,
but
Elko's taken down
Elko
by
gets
Panini.
found. Yeah, I mean honestly that's what I needed it for. Like, but they were able to find that with hopefully like you know like little to no mirroring.
Yeah.
But Ram, Scott's gonna be fine and get found here, and everyone's really gonna get followed up here. It's gonna be really, this is gonna be an amazing stall from the Quails here. Just getting this extra time.
Wall. Oh no, they got pooped off.
And now Elka's on.
Comp wise, it feels like the. Like I was saying it on Li Zhang, I'm really not used to seeing tracers in brush comps like this.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, usually you saw like the Soj like Tracer usually, you know?
Doge, like Cass or Ash, or something of the sort.
Yeah.
Little did you
Or even
know,
Venture, maybe, if they
Elko's
are
just
the
been
one on the
hiding
walls.
the Tracer for specifically this season.
And Elko
Yeah.
gets found.
Both flex portals used too. Panini taken down by Skyser. Just gonna be a 4v4 on the point. Skyser finds Fire Cutter. That's big. Paradox taken down.
You know, if you're the Apes, like, you have to find out this is winnable or not. You know, like, Tommy has his ultimate here, but he's gonna get walled off and frozen.
Mardox gets theirs. Able to 3-tap on the Rue. Oh,
That was the
Panini
last fight
died.
for the point.
I don't think
basically.
they're gonna be able to. I don't think they're gonna be able to touch. If they hard go, they might be able to. Sonomy is there. Actually, no, Sonomy is gonna be able to get a touch. But the rest of the team,
Late
there to really push in.
So many ults invested on this.
I'm
I'm
looking
kind
for
of needed with this
Annihilation here
fight
from
if you're the
Tommy.
Apes.
I mean, if you want to, if you're the Apes, like, you have this Tommy ult that you can definitely turn this. Yeah, and he comes through, and like, Rue's gonna get his Cryo Forest, and now it's gonna be like going on to these other players.
So they kind of took it down there for.
I don't like how they're not looking at. Yeah, try this main. They don't block, and
Nice.
they get followed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lucio. It's just target focus at this point.
yeah. And this is something that we talked about on the map number 1. Like, their target priority and this being able to stack is like what's causing these fights to be losable. But as you saw here, you know, like, the target focus came in and they were able to find the picks on that recontest.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, Mardox, you know, like, Mardox is the player to watch this fight for the ultimate, you know?
Yeah. As well, that last fight, like the beginning of it, you saw Elko swap over from the Tracer to the cast, like just what we were talking about, that more traditional sort of rush style. You'll see from the Quails.
Yeah. And I don't love how slow they're taking it because, like, we're just, like, enabling, yeah, the Skull to come out. But it seems like Apes are able to stabilize pretty well here.
The wall from Rue blocked the Kitsune.
Yeah. Alco's won, but he is going to get turned out from Tommy. And the beat comes out to help stabilize, and Skyser responds with his own.
It will help you stabilize, but it won't deny that ultimate. Skyser's still in the face and still manages to stay alive there. Quails should be able to get this point. Madrox had a TP on, but not really much that Sanemi can do here. A good fight, though, to build up some ultimates for the side of the Apes. They did use the beat, but they got out a couple other ults in that fight that may be a bit more substantial, and now they're going to have the DPS and tank ult to send back into this.
Yeah. These flex portals are coming out so fast. They're basically even. The Moira and the Kiri.
Yeah.
They're taken down by Elko.
Yeah, that's a nice Hinder grenade.
Suzu's here.
Great Suzy, yeah. You know, seeing able to love this, and Tommy's able to go into his own ult here soon too. And that's probably what's gonna happen here, yeah. Tommy's walled up, yeah, has to ult, yeah.
And he's gonna be the first one to fall. Sanemi's been hitting very nice burrows here, getting a lot of space, forces out the block from Rue. Will it be enough to stabilize on point? We got Skyser facing off against Tommy as well. Tommy trying his best to do damage, but the ult has faded and so has his HP. As he gets annihilated, down with the rest of his team, down with the rest of the Apes.
No one was dying. It was like a death ball from the Quails. Like, I was kind of questioning because they used the Blizzard and they used the beat from the side of the Quails, and they didn't really do anything with, like, especially the beat, but after a single fight, Paradox already 75% to another beat.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
The fight
But,
went
like,
on
the
for
healing
so
was
long
huge.
there.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
for
and
so
there's
long,
so much
and,
damage.
Yeah. I mean, Paradox, you know, like, was able to live in that entire fight, you know, like, if you die on Lucia, like, it's really hard to, like, be even on that ult charge, you know?
Yeah.
Elko's trying to save it with the high noon, but it's kind of getting pressured out here.
I'm gonna lose. Oh, I didn't realize after the last Fire Cutter swapped from that church with the cast, just like Elko.
Yeah.
I like the decision. The ability to mark Elko is big. Elko now, an awkward spot, but supported by the rest of his team. nice rotation comes in from the side of the Purple Apes, getting back to a position where they can apply a lot of pressure to Elko and really check the rest of the team.
A lot of balls.
Yeah. I mean, Rue is for sure like the one to watch this fight about their value, you know? Like, we're just gonna see a lot of these trades. MV's gonna come out soon. And Ajax nearly comes out. But yeah, like we said, like this is like the Blizzard, you know, like being able to find it. But the Blizzard, yeah, like I said, the Blizzard didn't get as much value as it really needed to be during this fight.
And the Apes were able to come out on top, which is absolutely massive because it feels like all those ults that they used were literally just complete fight turners.
They used less ultimates, but
And
they
Elko
still came
swap.
out on top,
So-
by the way.
I know, and Elko lost like his 70-80% ult charge on cast, so literally have nothing going into this next point.
And I
Where
don't like
everyone's got
sacrificing the
risen.
Deadeye there. The Deadeye is such a crucial aspect. I mean, you have the Ashe, you have the ability to camp on this point, but I think the Deadeye would just be so huge for getting the initial cap on the upcoming point. I kind of don't like that they swapped over. I'd rather have that on like the final point or halfway through this point.
Yeah. I do think the Elko to like find a better pick or the Dino might be huge, but like you said, like going in with this like no ultimates is gonna be really hard. But like we saw, like Marduk's got really low there, and they're getting scared, they're getting nervous, you know. But like we said, now like yeah, Firecarter's team like is able to just like clear the space with High Noon and just like be able to kill like Skyster here.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my gosh, Rue's walls are insane, by the way.
Yeah.
Timing is great, but the point's already sort of in favor of the Purple Apes because of that Deadeye. Tommy Slash is going to drop the Annihilation on top of it as well. Layering of util all on top of each other, forcing out the supports for the side of the Quails, and they're forced to retreat. They're forced to back up. They didn't have the ultimates, and it's a question of will they even have the ultimates in this next fight. I mean, Paradox 80 to beat, Seikana getting fairly close as well, but will they get it in time to, you know, get a fight here? They will catch Sandemy on the rotate though, which is a big pig. They may not even have to use ult if they play it right.
Yeah. But I still love the commitment of this like carry ult, like get as much time and like be able to even turn the fight like that.
Madrock looking deadly on the Kiriko right now. The Bob sent onto the point here. Coalescence was used as well. Tommy doing their best to keep the contest for the rest of the team with the help of Madrox. Feels like a losing fight, but they're just going to hold it on. They're going to get the beat out of this as well, too. So a lot of crucial ults used, and this pick on the Skystar has been found. The Purple Apes are going to close out this fight here with a good stabilization.
Rue's on. Rue's almost got this ult.
Rue's
Rue's
gonna
gonna have this litter.
Yeah.
Rue does.
If he comes online.
Opens heads on the util.
Rue falls. That should be it here. We're going to a map 5.
Dude, map 5 bangers on the same day. I didn't want to mention too much during the broadcast, but the Sydney Sea Dragons and the Slavonian Slouchers are also in a map 5 going in on to the main broadcast on Coliseum. Yeah.
I've had that open on my phone. I've been sort of flipping between this one to see chat and then the other one to just see how it's still going. So.
I wonder if we're also going to get sent to Coliseum. Or we might get sent to Flashpoint.
Flash.
Or Clash, who knows? It's not Flashpoint.
Please don't be Clash. Please don't be Clash.
Please don't be Clash. Chat, please don't send us to Clash.
Which teams are gonna be the Clash? I feel like there
was one Clash game, I swear.
No, I know there was. It was Roosters and friggin'
yes.
It was Roosters.
I'm gonna lie,
it was the last map.
I don't know for some reason, but I thought that was like the last game mode available, and I was like so like I don't know. All I'm saying,
Dumbfounded, despair,
everything.
Ecstatic. They're going to Esperanza. We were saved. You're saved, I should say.
Yeah. Because apparently in feedback channel, apparently you're a Clash simp, huh?
I said it's fine.
Oh.
I think that's simping.
I haven't even scrimmed Clash yet. I've only scrimmed at Nightmare Unit.
I don't know, I just don't really find the game mode. I don't know, the game mode's just like worse, like push, like for me. like 10 times.
Yeah,
Like I don't enjoy like the one fight like you cap kind of situation at all.
I mean, it depends sometimes if you're able to get a second, but it is like just a viable strat, like case dependent, where you don't take a second fight and you just get set up on the next one, you know? Where
Yeah.
especially it's like if you're in their spawn, basically, what I've seen is don't ult because they're at such an advantage with their spawn being right there
Yeah.
that it's guaranteed. Like you have to get like 2 team kills just to get a tick sometimes.
Yeah. 100%.
So it's just sort of like you try to bait out their ults, or if like you're able to get something, then you get a tick. But
yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
just like, just not a very enjoyable game mode for sure. And before we get into this, you know, I just do want to recap the mainstream. You know, the Slouchers are in the lead onto this this push, but the EMP comes up from Corey, is able to help gain their team hopefully a lead here soon for them.
I had the Slouchers. Who did y'all have winning that one, and who did y'all have winning this one? If you guys are
I said Quails and Sea Dragon.
I had the Sea Dragons and I had the Apes, but then I also changed last minute to the Slouchers because of my like ridiculous theory about how it's gonna mirror the sides.
Oh, I think we're all three different then. I am Slouchers and Apes. Actually, no, you're Slouchers and Apes. Too,
yeah,
right? Yeah. We're both opposite of Riddle then. But we're gonna hop back into this map. Esperanza already starting up here.
Yeah, both teams are R, and we're on central servers, so W. I don't need to restart it again.
Does Tommy take the experience from the Sayoris about this map?
High ground,
and
high ground,
dominant?
high ground.
High ground.
But also,
never push past bridge until you get the bomb past there.
Yeah, I also do want to mention Alco was on the team that beat us though, so it's very interesting. Yeah, exactly.
So.
I mean, Tommy's only Sayori too though, so
correct.
It's really it's gonna be interesting how it goes here.
Yeah. You're gonna see the same lineup from the Apes as well.
Yeah. Can I say something controversial?
Say it.
I respect the Apes. Stick with the same thing that works, you know? Don't want to take a risk. I respect it, okay? It may be controversial for some captains.
And this is very reminiscent of the Sayoris too, with this Queen comp on this map, and also Sentiment just like going on this venture that seems like a pain in their behind. And I like them flipping to this card here too. Like, you just really want to get this lead, just kind of play for them to engage, you know, like Skyster has to dive. And it reminds me of last season here too, where you want something more harder. Yeah.
That this Queen comp from the Apes and Tommy reminds me of Logan and the series that we'd always play out here.
Yeah. And even then, like, it reminds me of like other maps. I remember there was another dive team, I think the Kiwis, that was being broadcasted that don't have like a harder backline of like the nade to follow up on kills, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just so sad.
Alco already has 2?
Yeah.
Alco already has 2? How? What?
And the fight's not even close to concluding right now either. Trade's going either way. 2 for 2 on both sides, leaving 3 people up. Elko might need to actually invest this dupe, as Tommy's still completely stabilized on the point. Carry finds a nice pick. Now supports are down, and now some aggression can be found by the side of the Quails. They're going to take over the bot and definitely be able to take the lead here.
It's just such a crime, like how much value Skyster got and how long he was able to live after each engage, you know? Like, they really need to be able to like chase that kill and get him erased from the map, you know? But now they're able to play these high grounds with supportals coming online with Primal here, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
and they're just hitting this rotate and getting split on Firecarter.
The Pulse does not find anything from Trey, but Elko's in there with the dupe on the Cassidy. Firecarter falls definitely low.
It doesn't seem like Elko's gonna get much value. Like, he's probably gonna get out of it.
No way.
That's a huge pick.
Oh, and he has to solo beat himself.
Oh.
But it's probably also gonna get followed up here soon with this primal.
Nope. Yeah, Panini's about to die.
But Mardox is stealing the spot, which is gonna be great for them.
Yeah. Definitely like making the best out of a bad situation. Psychona traded.
And Tommy's still on the point, so a bit of stall as well.
I mean, even though Quails win that and Apes lose, like the trade on Mardox, not Mardox, Psychona is huge. Anyways, because they're not gonna have that Kiri, so they can't just hold up super far close.
That being said, it just goes back to like I'm nervous about the double support ults from the Quails, you know, and then they also have this high ground advantage. It's like it's just so hard. Like I don't know about you guys, but like it's so hard to kind of find this retake. But this is like the moment where both teams are double supporting.
Firecracker down again.
Yeah, both support ults do come through for the Quails. Feels like an impossible task for Tommy. Panini, the last two on the point. Elko's just trying to get that chase down. Not going to be able to find it in the final moments, but a lot of progress gained from the Quails. Definitely not to a point where we should start dooming or anything, but still a lot that they've invested in. Now they've gone through an entire ult cycle. They're back to the DPS ults, two ults that have been proven to be massive fight turners. Tommy needs to find a way to unleash this rampage. Now might be the perfect time to.
It's gonna be very hard because like right now the team isn't able to follow up if he goes in.
Yeah. They're not even really set up on high ground at least for the Quails. So the Queen ult does find the dupe. I feel like that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Here, since it was so far in, so kind of finds Cardi again. Just like kind of second down. Autonomy finds another too.
As long as no other trades, like this is gonna be looking great for the side of the Needaples, yeah. But but I mean, at the very least, you know, like Panini is gonna be this very like crucial player going into these next fights with the speed coming online. You know.
Definitely against stuff like the Primal, not even really the Pulse. I mean, you can't really do anything as Lucio in that case, you know. But yeah, you see Firecracker as well swapping over from the cast to that Sojourn. A lot more survivable just with that slide, it seems, a lot of the time.
Yeah.
As well, so.
And it doesn't have to be just for the Primal, but just like help sustain your team, you know?
Yeah.
But it probably is going to be here for the sustain.
Yeah. Pulse out from Perry, misses the mark. Primal able to be invested, and definitely will be. Panini dropping dangerously low. And oh no! Oh, Panini
it does
so
still get a
4-man
though too.
Yeah. It does not find Sonomy, but the rest of the team just sort of backs up like, okay, we'll take that. Any day of the week, Primal will beat, and then they just hard go on here with this continued rush. And they're able to find Firecracker without a slide with Mardock trying to pocket. And there you go, Chris able to find two.
Sanmi able to steal the bot for just a moment there, but definitely not enough to gain the lead there. Nice ult using Night kiting from the side of the Quails.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I'm just kind of like, it's just kind of like, how do the Apes come out of this? You know, it's just like this lead's coming, ticking. Another B copy is about to come out with like Mardock still closing, but we really gotta work for that, you know, like all these ultimates.
I'm surprised they're not just setting up high ground.
They should be setting up high ground. If we were there, they'd be setting up high ground. But if duplicate goes out, they want to fight this low ground through. Elko has the Junker Queen and the beat layered on top of that, so he's not going down anytime soon.
Mardock's Cray is traded out. But Elko gets the purple into 3. Hardy, Panini, Tommy taken down. Tommy thinks it's Tommy. And tries to out this.
It might is
no,
too.
Wait. Just the Carnage comes out. The shout.
He has a knife back
Tommy
too.
Lives.
Sandvy's there for support.
Elko's one.
He might be able to catch. But no,
they should be able to burn Skyster here too if he overcommits. And what do we think of this Firecracker orb coming out? You know, like I'm kind of
like Cardia has been hard run over every single time when they see there's no slide, we hard going. So even like then, the Sojourn isn't proving to be livable enough. So just try to be like a wall. which it is a lot harder for him to just run into you, as I said, as he's taken down. But
At
there's
least-
a rush, so
yeah.
there's an excuse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the other fight too, they had to use the Kitsune too
Yeah.
for it, but yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, I don't know, like how what Panini's ult out was at, but you know, I would have loved to just them to fight to win that fight and then go to point, you know. But regardless, 2 minutes still left in the time bank, and this is an extremely close match still, like in terms of progression.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens. Elko's got another dupe online. I can see the beat used for this if they're able to track it. There's the queen
And
dupe.
we probably gotta
Panini's
send it
trying to
here,
beat.
yeah.
It does not find Sanemi again, but the
And Alka is just music. Yep, dupe comes out. Everyone on the Apes is pretty healthy too.
Oh, Cardi. Cardi, no.
They hate Cardi today.
They do.
But this is what I'm saying, like, Apes get so split here, and this is like where, like, I get nervous about
Because
any
it-
trades coming through or just anything
It's like
like
what
that.
the Quails want. They want to be able to pick off that person that's sort of like alone by themselves. You know? A lot of time it's Cardi. I
Yeah.
feel like even
Cardi
if
and-
he's trying to take the point, then they're able to try to jump on him.
Yeah. And if anything, Cardi is, like, this fight is Cardi's fight. You know, like, this is, he is
This
the
is
win
his
con for
fight.
this fight. Yeah. If he lives and gets value, like, they can, like, really steamroll and, like, put themselves in the lead here. And, like, even then, like, this Torp turret on the high ground just, like, aren't hard able to, like,
Fish
just
out
play
the
for
hard
it.
going.
And now, like, Tommy can just
Wolf
rip
bomb
this
misses.
ultimate if they get here soon. Yeah. If he comes
Finds
through.
three, but the beat is huge. Gray so low. Seikana down. Fire Carter gets Seikana.
And all we need to do is just make sure we're living and just, like, burning point. And, you know, Paradox should follow here
Paradox.
soon.
Elka 1,
And-
Elka 1. So far away. At 3 health gets away. That's still pretty big. But it's the lead is on the side of the
Yeah.
edge. This is
And if you know anything, you know you get these ults out here and you run. You run to high ground, Tommy. You run to high ground. We're so
You got
close. We get ults out
yeah, the
and we
shot is
sprint
early.
away. We
Away.
sprint.
We're not sprinting away.
He's
The
not
rest of the team
sprinting
tried
away.
We're
to-
not sprinting away.
I mean, he didn't have shout, and like the Lucio is so far away.
Oh wait, Tommy gets his one though. Oh,
Wait,
and
wait,
they get
wait,
there.
wait, wait, wait,
Multiple.
wait.
Sky starts
But-
with primal though.
It's just Tommy and Cardi.
Yeah.
It's just Tommy and Cardi. But if they
If
force the
anything,
primal,
you
this
get
is
our
massive.
primal, yeah.
So they're 100% gonna
Result.
force primal.
Yeah,
Those
you
all-
100% for primal.
They're-
Holy force
Which is so
primal.
good.
Massive. That's massive. Even if they don't kite to that high ground and go up there, that's still primal. They already
Yeah,
switched to
no,
their rush.
that is entirely worth getting that primal out and making it so sloppy.
I mean, Panini's still there, and
Yeah.
that doesn't need. They don't need to have a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, going to this fight, you know, Paradox and Elka are the real two carries of this fight, and it's really up to Elka's dupe to find value in time for Paradox to get her beat online. But I would have loved for them to set up on the choke rather instead of like that early turret, you know, just like fight at the choke and you have a second ult. Like Firecarter's ult is coming on, Tommy's ult. Like you have so many ults to work with and you can just play slow. And like Skyster jumps in and it's gonna probably get bursted down. Sky's just one and dies.
But Elko has to do another tank for the team to try and stabilize them, to try and keep their hopes alive in these fleeting moments. But the Purple Apes are doing everything they can to shut it down, everything to stuff it in their face, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. The Purple Apes take the series 3-2, as some of us predicted. Sorry, Riddle.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy about my last minute pret change just because I believe in the conspiracy theory. So sorry, War. You guys are losing tomorrow. I'm sorry.
No way. What the heck?
It's just how it went down on the sheet, you know. If it was in a different order, like you guys would have won. But today, the Apes have won for their match because of the pred, or because of the sheet. But that was an amazing game. Who do we think kind of like was like a star player? You know, like for me, Senime went huge. You know, like on that trying to think Havana on
Widow.
this Esperanca, this last map too of Servasa, you know. I think they had like really insane much clutch moments, you know, like that allowed the Apes be pushed to victory.
Mhm. Yeah, I can drag Sonam in here. Then I have to go. Sadly, but it was
No.
fun casting. I'll let you guys interview Sonomy.
Yeah.
Goodbye,
And
Aware
RiddleDog.
of production too.
very shortly we're gonna have Soname join the broadcast, everyone. So stay tuned.
I don't want to bite the server. Move to. Prod 2.
Oh, I got moved.
Yeah.
got kidnapped.
You got an MVP. MVP.
What's up? What's up? Yo, thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. What do you
Damn,
want to let us off with this conversation?
Wait, hang on.
Yo. Oh, okay.
Oh, I got the victory screen now. And who's on
Yeah.
call? We got Sanami. Okay, it says Tommy's on call, but that's fraudulent information. Okay, it's Sanami actually.
Fraudulent information. Yo, what is up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? It was a good match. That was actually a really good match. That was actually, I don't know. Shout out Purple Apes, bro. We work our ass off, or our butt off. Oops.
Nah, that was a great win, you know, like I was saying earlier on the broadcast, you know, like being able to like ring for the Zillas against y'all, you know, like I really felt like you're in a weird spot, like you kind of remind me of like the Corsairs in a way where you guys are like leaving off, you know, even though like Panini's the only player from that roster, it's just like at the end of the season, like I feel like the Corsairs were on the come up. And finally started improving. And it feels weird to say that even though like there's no one on that team on your team. But it just feels like you're right where the Corsairs left off, you know, just kind of improving and grinding out, you know, just getting better and better.
Yeah, I want to say like one of the most important parts was like the actual dedication to improvement like some of the players have. Like Panini really dedicated to getting VODs and trying to get better at the game. Like TC, we had like the T. I think we scrimmed against you like and TC was like going crazy, like crazy improvement from TC. Like knowing when to run out, knowing where to position. Like it was like not like night and day, but like you can tell that he has like a really good understanding and can like pick up really quick. So I mean,
Yeah.
like at first scrims did feel like kind of shaky because it's like no one kind of played their role like in the sense of, you know, like of how we went comp structure. But I think we just really like pulled it together, like having fun at the same time, which is the best part about it. Like everyone's in there like having laughs sometimes, and like sometimes it gets pretty like quiet because, you know, we get kind of lost. But I think we really just like, you know, grit and grind.
Yeah, mentioning TC, you know, like especially on that Koth, you know, like it really looked. I liked the decisions he was making and the ultimates, you know, he was deciding. So like, and honestly, like if you guys go look back at the VOD, that's low key on me. This is my bad. Some of the fights I said you guys guaranteed one.
Caster
I may
cursing.
have
Master
had like
curse.
an 0-5 caster curse in a row, maybe more.
Nah,
I probably don't.
0-6 at least.
I don't think I even got a like. I don't think I had like an accurate like cast moment for the like those fights. It was always like a caster curse. So
Nah.
some of them involved you. Some of them actually was in the favor. I remember I said one. There's no way the Apes were gonna win this, and you guys won it. You know, you guys found an amazing pick onto Elko, which helped you slow down the Nabani, even though
Yeah,
that didn't
like
go the way you wanted to.
it felt I will say like shout out to Elko and their team Skyser, like they're I honestly did not think that they were going to be as aggressive and like make pushes as fast, but yeah, they're just like really on their mark. Like they know when to go, they know when to chill. Like pretty good team to you know learn a couple things off of. Like they have a really good I'm pretty sure the comp structure is pretty well as too, because I know Skyser's comps go pretty crazy. Shout out to him, play with him last season, so I just know that team is really well prepped.
And you scrimmed this team actually before you played them in the match. So talk to me, like, did you learn anything from that scrim and bring, I guess, new strategies with your team into this match?
We really had an idea of like we noticed what maps they wanted to take us to, and what maps they were kind of like, you know, really like, you know, had the proficiency on. So we kind of used that to our advantage. Like we knew that they were gonna take us to Numbani. We knew that they were gonna, you know, play more dive-esque comps or dive-esque maps, because like I mean, even when we try to play brawl, like the brawl v brawl was kind of scuffed at times, but because the mage is just May right click, bro, crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah, I actually like your adventure like adaptation. You know, like it kind of went hard.
As soon as Elko swapped to Ash, I had a big feeling that I just could not like play as frivolous in the front. Like I definitely had I just taking the side off angle and like letting them know when I'm ready to go, and all of us collapsing. It worked. Today, actually, I'm not gonna lie. Like today felt like the best that we've played, but it's a game that you get me, so I understand.
Yeah, no, especially on that something like I mentioned on the broadcast a lot. It's just like I loved your like the brig kind of like poke style on Havana. You know, it looks great. Like I think it's great. Definitely like for sure like make sure like going into like the broadcast and like finding those moments where like us on the desk mention what you guys should be doing. You know, because it does look clean. If you guys get it like wrapped up, I think it's gonna be really really scary.
Yeah,
You
and that's
know.
actually one of the things that we did like test out in scrims. Not to leak too much, you get me, but we're definitely like experimenting on what we want to do and how things played out. And unironically, like because of that scrim against them, like we just had a big feeling in the brig.
Mm-hmm.
Because Elko can hit shots. Yo, that guy is nasty. Hold on, that guy's actually nasty. I gotta give credit where credit's due because Elko's actually nasty. I can't lie.
MVP for a reason, right?
Yeah, actually, that guy is sick. That whole team is sick. My team is sick. It was a great matchup. It was actually like a really fun really fun experience.
Mm-hmm.
So, talk to me about the future for your team. I mean, obviously you're off to a good start, but is it gonna be a lot of prepping on the maps you lost, or is it gonna be just like sky's the limit? What are you
I
guys
mean,
what are you guys working on, and what's your end goal? You think you got it in you to win the championship?
so right now, really, what I think we do want to focus on is just like what how we can play our plethora of lineups. You get me? Like what comps can we get down to a T so that way no matter what lineup we have in, like we have like a solid go-to comp or something that we can just default to. You get me? We try things here and there, but I think that's one of the main things we want to focus on. But honestly, like I would say sky's the limit with the players that we have. Like I said, you have TC who is actively getting help. Like shout out to him. You have Panini who's getting actively getting help. You have Carter who's putting in like the help to give give ideas and tips. Like actually, Carter and Mardox actually shout out to them because they were cooking a lot in comms. They were cooking a lot with comms. So like honestly, like if they play their part, which they have been, and then like everyone just follows along and adapts how they have been, sky's the limit for the team. We could definitely win the chip. I'm very confident in my team. What Tommy's team? This team is so good. Oh. And then we have Cap, and the thing is we have Cap as well. Like Cap, it's a crazy addition if we want to like ever like rotate Tommy out. And like it's we have a sick lineup. We have a sick lineup. I'm
Got
excited.
it. Well, unless you have any other questions, Neptune.
No, I don't think. I mean, well, we kind of have to ask El Clasico, and I'll kind of
Yeah.
say our win. So, Sonman, who would you have MVP if for not yourself?
If not for me, damn, that's hard. Why do you do this? I don't know. Like damn. Okay, if if I really have to, honestly, I want to say I would give it to Tommy because Tommy definitely he cleaned himself up a lot. I would say like there were some times where we felt like kind of shaky. Tommy has like a good understanding of like he adapts pretty well. So I will say that like as the games went on, like he played progressively better. Yeah, so I would give it to Tommy.
Mm. So there we have it. Tommy is our basically vice MVP. Second MVP. So
I've never seen him play Queen either. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't
neither
think
have
we
I.
have either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
we were on a team with
exactly.
them last season.
I have never seen him play Queen. I mean, I have like in sometimes when we're like we're silly, but when he locks in, he locks in. And
Bro, that comeback on Esperanto was amazing too.
the okay, the amount of picks that we were getting, like I see. I want to give every like. There's so many people I want to give like Vice MVP to. Like you have Mardox getting ding 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 like headshots. Like you have Panini living on point. You have Carter who's just getting infinite value on a torb out of nowhere, which I didn't realize. Like it was just a lot like that was going on. So I'm just like, yo, this like we're really like getting it together. We're really like flowing.
100%.
Yeah.
Such a good team.
Well,
Thank you guys.
yeah, great job on your match again, and I think it's about time that we sign off the stream. We've been going for almost 2 hours here, so
Yeah.
obviously a
1
lot
hour
of 3-2
44.
bangers, so definitely worth it every step of the way. But
Mhm.
about time to
Yeah.
close off. Do you want to give any shout outs before we go? Neptune or Sanemi?
Um, shout out the Apes. Yo, playing with y'all is so fun. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna keep grinding. Shout out Neptune and shout out Ward, just because y'all are a dynamic duo, fire. And yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
And I guess lastly, for I want to say is just kind of looking forward to tomorrow's match. That will be the last day or last game of the week, versus the Foxians and the Oblivious Owls. That will be our final match this week, and I'm excited to see how this first week entails for everyone.
Yeah, and we will see everybody in chat on Aurora Esports tomorrow for that matchup. But this was the Purple Apes versus the Quantico Quails. Purple Apes made it in map 5, 3-2 against their opponents. Sand Me Match MVP. But that's all for us on the desk. So this was Neptune, War, somewhat RiddleDog too until he dipped, and Sanemi. And we'll see y'all next night. Have a safe
Peace
night,
out,
everybody.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.